showed me that what I've been working on is working. Now it's a matter of
Mhm.
me, since I like to work on myself, is it's like it's one thing to trade, it's another thing to lead while trading. So now it's a matter of putting both together so that I can lead everyone to do the same thing that I'm doing. And then it's a matter of me understanding that I'm a very risky person, and a lot of people don't agree with my risk. So it was a matter of me taking a step back to get comfortable and getting ready to tell them that they ain't got to do what
Mhm.
I'm doing because
Mhm.
what I'm doing is gonna create millionaires, and it's gonna require you to test the boundaries. And it's like it's I can't be mad at people because they want to do what's comfortable because
Yeah.
it's human. But it's like if you
Mhm.
really at rock bottom, I was at rock bottom. You really don't have a choice. And it's like the way that I was risking trades back then was I say I had $100 account and I was trading U.S. oil. I do this shit all the
Yeah.
time. But that's why I got so
Mhm.
good at time of entry because I only had so much money, and because I couldn't swing back then, I had to time the entry. So I try
Mhm.
to put like a 30 cent on $100 account. Is every 10 pips is $30. I can only afford
Mhm.
it to go against me 25 pips because of the broker paying itself and stuff like that swaps.
Yeah.
So it's like but a lot of times I perfected that entry to where I get a perfect entry in oil. That shit up 200, 300 pips, and then I'm up 200, 600, $900. So I'm like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
that. But
Mhm. Mhm.
if that entry not perfect, and then not a lot of traders entries are perfect, they're gonna blow that account every single time. So they have no choice but to swing because when we look at it from a point of swinging, you get no matter the time frame, every time frame gives you the same pattern: buy setup, sell setup. Now you take away the
Mhm.
fact of the way that the dollar works and the way inflation works is the dollar typically is on the decline because of inflation because they're always printing it. So then it's like, okay, that takes away the 50-50. It's really a buy. Everything that's an asset is typically a buy because we got to find a way to counter inflation. Now,
Mhm.
according to the buy, you got to figure out where you gonna get your best bang for your buck. Where your heavy movers at? If you know
Mhm.
something moves heavier, you get more bang for your buck here. You gonna place your money there, but everything requires patience because people
Mhm.
overestimate what they can do in 1 year and underestimate what they can do in 10. So if I'm
Mhm.
thinking, it's like even my self analysis. I came back after an 8 month hiatus, right? And then
Mhm.
comparing Sniper Scope to my crypto business, right? Blocks for nothing.
Mhm.
It's like a matter of my energy. Sniper Scope, that was a matter of me to going from 0 to 7 figures, but now I know that I want 100 million. So then it's like, where do
Mhm.
I want to put my focus on? And the focus for me these last few months is figuring out the split. I can't be split. I gotta be 100% on one. If I understand that every single chart has one main trend, it doesn't matter if that main trend is the buy or that main trend is the sell. I want that main
Mhm.
trend, and then from that main trend, I'm making a decision to only buy or to only sell. And that's why my account flips are so fast because I've already made that decision. In an uptrend, I'm only buying because I'm anticipating that my entry because I can, I've done the work. Faith without works is
Mhm.
dead. I've done the work. Now I just gotta have the faith. I ain't do all this work to not believe in it. I didn't have too many results
Right.
to not believe. I didn't create too many millionaires to not believe. So then I'm just it's like, okay, bitch, so what's wrong with you? Are you not believing? We didn't did this
Mhm.
for you. We didn't did that. You done bought this person this. You got this, and you don't want to. You don't want to believe it work. You gotta convince. You gotta show them. I'm like, okay, so it's
Yeah.
like I gotta understand that sniper scope. That's what took me to 7 figures. This size taking me to 100 million because I'm thinking a lot differently. And the hardest thing is making sure that you don't get knocked out this market. And
Right.
because you only have so much money, you more likely to get
Mhm.
knocked out this market. And if the way that I trade,
Mhm.
when I know that a small account can survive, I know that a big account
Mhm.
can survive. But if that small account don't survive, it's nothing to me. My day continues. Cause I'm like, at least I'm below $10,000. At least I'm below $20,000. Like I remember I was investing in this crypto.
Mhm.
On the Solana network last year. I put like $10,000 in it. I woke up the next morning, that shit was gone. I was so mad.
No.
I was sick. I was sick because the hour after I put it in, I'm over here happy. Oh, it's up $1,500.
No.
But the way crypto was, to see that crypto market this last year is nothing like the crypto market that I experienced on turning 700 into 750K in 2021. But
Yeah.
because I had that experience, I can tell the difference. So that shit happened not once, not twice, but a good 3 times, a solid three. It was back to back to back. And that third time, I promise you, I said, that in that third time was 5K. I said this shit gone when I wake up. I'm done with this network because it don't make sense.
Yes,
I'm risking
yes.
more money on this side because I have an anticipation, but I gotta understand there's trials and tribulations on whatever I go through. So this market is not nothing like this market. They might have similarities. You might see the same buy setup and the same sell setup, but you might be dealing with a lot more manipulation. You might be dealing with a lot more
Yeah.
not awareness with the Solana network compared to the Ethereum network, and that's what I was dealing with over there. So you know what I did? I removed
Hmm.
myself out of that situation. So it's like the only
Right.
thing we can't control in this market is how much we put in, how much we risk, and how long
Right.
like we in it and what entries we decide to
Hmm.
put in. But like the way that I think of it is if I swing it, I can get a 10 like not a 10%, but it's almost like 100%. It's a 10x because the that big account,
Hmm.
a lot of the big account flips, it starts with, say if I start with 100, then I'll be at like 600 one day, and then from 600 next day I'm at 6,000. But if you take profit every day, it's almost like you just take a small slither, so you can't hit a 10x every day because you're not
Mm.
riding the wave of the market. So if a 4 hour chart or a daily chart starts here and you enter at a lower high every single time, not only are you spamming the highs every time and your lot sizes are getting a bit bigger, but your entries are
Hmm.
getting better. So therefore, when the
Hmm.
market comes to retest, this is what took us out of Pepe. The market came to
Oh,
retest crazy. I'm talking about I woke up and
yeah.
that shit said Coinbase. Oh my God, I was so mad. I had got a notification on Coinbase. That shit said, I texted my friend this. Pepe, a top mover. I'm talking about this bitch is racing to the ground. Racing to the ground. I'm in buys. I'm like, top mover. It didn't even show me. It was like -6%. I was like, I know I'm in buys. I see that notification. I don't even log in. I'm like, I start cleaning the house
Yeah.
because I can't do nothing about it. It was that's why I was saying like
Yeah.
I'll be just as surprised, but and stuff like that. It's like what keeps me aligned is who I am. Like the day
Yeah.
still gonna clean, still gonna feed the dog, still gonna feed myself, still gonna work out, still gonna get the word because
Yeah.
I'm aligned with stuff. If that small account blew, I knew a big account was gonna blew. I
Right, right.
glad I didn't blow more. That's all I'm happy.
Yeah.
That's all we can control. So it's like people gotta learn how to be happy losers because when they win,
Yeah.
different. You never know when it's gonna happen. But if you got a habit
Yeah.
doing what's successful in something,
Mhm.
it's gonna be a lot easier for you. Uh,
Mhm.
how you feel? Got any questions?
Great. No,
Oh my gosh, I got so much energy.
this is
This
funny.
market be
You
killing me. I be telling
too.
people, I'm like, I don't understand.
You
Can't
know,
nobody be harder on me than I am on myself.
you
I'm
do.
trying to be a trillionaire every Friday. Everybody like,
Yeah.
oh, no, why you always risking the you always take it to $1 trillion because it can go there. It can go there, and you don't know when. So I want
Yes.
to make the
Yes.
most out of every trade
Yes.
because there's over leveraging, but there's also under
Mhm.
leveraging. There's under risking. You know what? They ain't going
Mhm.
nowhere fast, and people it. I mean,
Mhm.
we got a better chance at going somewhere fast because we're making the most out of
Yeah.
the opportunity. Because there's been so many
Mhm.
times, I remember this time specifically to where in that crypto trade that was a 750K, one of the ones I had invested 10,000, I was up $300,000. Happened in like 2 weeks.
Mhm.
I told people before I made the 300K, hey, you guys should
Mhm.
get in this. I'm at the store. You guys should get in this. Do your own, do your own research. Don't be blaming me if you lose your shit. Blah 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 blah. Because I've
Yeah.
accepted the risk. And then don't nobody get in crickets. Ah, she's stupid. They get this. You just invest in random shit. Sometimes I do invest in random shit. And I understand. But sometimes, most of the time, not. I'm trying to do, I want money too. So then 2 weeks later happened. Forget about the money. I'm thinking, oh, la 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 la. And then I just, I
Yeah.
follow people on social media and I see this person talk about this person. I look at my account, that shit say $300,000. This was the last group. This was the last group chat I was ever in. They threw me out that group. I came in that group. God told them to get in it. I came back to the group. I was like,
It's
hey, y'all
hilarious.
buy that shirt? I'm up $300,000. Screenshot. Look, guess what? I told y'all I'm not no person that just be sitting here making money by myself. So then,
Yeah.
like the last few months, I'll be sitting here like a stupid ass idiot losing in front of everybody. But now I'm like, every account I'm not losing. Now
You know,
sometimes I just
no.
be blowing an account like an I'm talking about an absolute blow. Didn't take the money, didn't make no money. That shit was
Yeah.
gone. But most of the time, not. We all got an opportunity to take the money that we need, and that's what it come down to. I could have not blew my account this week. The accounts did get up to $40, but what the 40 gonna
Uh-huh.
do for me? I probably just gonna buy some donuts with it. Take so I'm like, you know what? It's okay. I don't need the $40. But it's
Mhm.
but some people would take the 40. But the way that I'm thinking of it is they like, oh, I could have ate at
Mhm.
a fancy restaurant, could have bought a plate. I don't even do that no more because I did that
Yeah.
when I'm making the $300,000 trades. I'm like, I'm eating everywhere,
Mhm.
but guess what? I'm also eating everywhere, undisciplined, gaining all the weight, drinking everywhere.
Mhm.
Now I'm feeling
Mhm.
good. Life is good. I got
Yeah.
habits, so it's like the habit of the way that I trade, it doesn't take away from life. So even when I'm going through something hard, right? I'm not, it's like the way that I trade, I don't have to think about. I might not speak, but I'm always trading because it's not something that it's hard because I have a habit of trading the same way. I have a habit of using certain risk. And my risk tolerance
Yeah.
is I could use a $10,000 account, $5,000 account, whatever. But what's the point of doing that when I know $100 account to go can go to 10,000 and it can go there
Mhm.
quickly, but everything has to be aligned in the market. And if I got a habit of understanding, I'm going to follow higher highs and higher lows. Every time frame has a higher low. The
Yeah.
time frames is the 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute. And as long as that setup is there, then
Mhm.
depending on your higher time frame, if you in a 4 hour zone, then that 4 hour
Mhm.
zone is where you want to like target for your entries, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
So in that
Yeah.
4 hour zone, then I'm going down to the 15 minute, 5 minute, 1 minute chart.
Mhm.
Depending on what I'm feeling that day. Because I use all time frames. So people want one answer, and the answer is all time frames because it's not an individual. You want to be a whole person. A lot of people get into
Yeah.
relationships and they want a dependent. They want to depend. They either want to be the dependent or they want a dependent. And it's
Mhm.
like it's about
Yeah.
having two whole people. So you really got to be a whole person in the market to where the people that I train say they work out. They're a little bit easier, and the people that's never had like that's traded before because people that's never traded before never don't have any bad habits to break. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then the
Yeah.
people that work out, they're already great at discipline and they understand that results take time and muscles only
Mhm.
grow, when they start going
Yeah.
under, getting stretched. So it's like if
Mhm.
you can advance your muscles by growing them, and if I know I'm in the gym and I want to lose that love handles, give myself 6 to 8 weeks. Then in trading, I'm thinking the same thing of I could live for Friday, but where
Mhm.
I am in the market is the best opportunity. So my best bang for my buck I'm going for the slam dunk every time. I don't want to like I don't know if I'm gonna shoot it. And then I miss it, and it's like you could have made $1 million. If somebody tell
Yeah.
me forget trading, like say if I go to somebody and I say, hey, I'll give you $1 million at the end of the year. All I gotta do is I want you to do 1 mile cardio every single day. Because saying 30 miles to somebody, I want you to do 30 miles in a month. It's crazy. They're like, I can do no 30 miles. And I said, okay, I just want you to do 1 mile a
Yeah.
day. Okay, I can do that. It's the same shit.
Mhm.
but
That's right.
but that's what it is. I could walk up to somebody on the street, say, "Hey, you want $1 million?" They're gonna say, "Yeah." And that's why I don't even tell people I trade no more when you meet me on the street. I tell people I work from home. Somebody asked me the other day. I told them I work from home. They asked me where. I ain't know where. I know my phone company Verizon. No, I told them I work at Verizon. They say they hiring. I said, I don't know, I just work there. And I walk it's like off because everybody want money. What I do is money. It ain't no point talking about no other people. The guy I see right now, they met him at my hair appointment. I'm floating $65,000. I'm like, hey guys,
Yeah.
look at this. La, 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 la. They're like, what the fuck? It's no conversation to be had. So now it's like,
Right.
instead of asking, do you want $1 million? Hey, do you want to work on yourself? Do you want to cry
Yeah.
sometime? Do you want to take a risk? Are you willing to lose money? That's what I'm gonna start with. I'm gonna
Mhm.
start with from now on. Are you willing to lose money? You not willing to lose money? Get out of here because you're gonna be pissed off. And I get
Yeah. When
it.
you lose.
I used to be mad too, but couldn't know.
Mhm.
Bro, $1,200 changed my life because at the time that I saw that 1,200, I lost it 5 minutes later. I didn't even withdraw the 1,200. It's just the fact that I could make it that changed my
Yeah.
perspective because
Yeah.
I didn't care about nothing else. I didn't have $1,200 back then, and I saw it on the screen. And then from there, it's an obsession of getting perfect. And then I run into individuals doing better than me. I'm like,
Yeah.
this $250,000. You had $1,000,000 trade. Okay, perfect. What did you do to get that $1,000,000?
To get
And then
there.
I
Mm-hmm.
actually look at him and take what he's saying as what he's saying, because why would somebody make $1,000,000 and tell me something fucking stupid? And so he
Mm-hmm.
say, I said, what made you so confident to hold the trade for a year? He the first person I ever seen hold the trade for a year, because at the time I'm interested in trade. So he say you gotta understand where you are in the market. That's all he told me. I was a little salty. I thought he was holding shins. I think he was, because 5, 6 years later,
Yeah,
I can tell you, start with that, understand where you are in the market. Now let's go down and interpret where you're gonna be in the market when you start to understand, because
yeah.
that's where the money is. Your anticipation
Mm-hmm.
is the faith. And it's not just faith in the market, it's faith in your habits, it's faith in who you are. It's
Mm-hmm.
it. It's faith in your higher power too, depending on what they,
Mm-hmm.
because trading gonna take you into a depth of you working on yourself. And that's why I sent you that book, The Outwitting the
Oh
Devil.
my goodness.
That I read that one all the time.
That
I
was
love that
deep.
one. That one's
That
good.
I
The Alchemist. You
woo,
read that one yet?
I've heard of it.
I'm gonna send you an audiobook for that one.
The
Man, that was a
alchemist.
classic for me.
Yeah.
Anytime I get into a relationship, I don't even tell them about what I do or nothing yet.
Mm-hmm.
I gift them something. I gift them a book, The Alchemist. And when we break up, I
Mm-hmm.
ain't gonna lie, I'll be a little salty. I ain't get my book back. And
Yeah.
so I just buy another book. But it's about
Um,
thinking in abundance and understanding you
okay.
could beat anything in this world.
Hmm. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
oh, what'd you say?
No, I was gonna say I heard Jay-Z talking about it.
Oh, did he? Which one?
The Alchemist.
The
The
Alchemist one?
Alchemist.
And
Hmm.
you know what's crazy?
And
That was probably my first book into entrepreneurship, like that way,
hmm.
because when I started day trading, I read Naked Forex, but that was like, that was the first book I had ever read, and really the only day trading book I read. Like, I didn't read
Hmm.
like The Disciplined Trader and stuff like that, because those
Okay.
were to me, and it's like the even those books, people trading, they want to cover their butts when they're talking to people, so I understand that part, but sometimes you gonna have to be a little undisciplined too in the market. So it's like the way that I spam, it might be
Hmm.
a little undisciplined, like the way that Pepe came down when it was blowing our accounts. Basically,
Yeah.
before we was up, I understood that we was kind of impulsing into a structure of supply. I'm looking at it on the 1 minute chart, 5 minute chart, 15 minute chart. Just
Hmm.
like, man, it just broke out. It just broke out. And everything always makes sense. Hindsight 2020. We at the end of the month,
Hmm.
but I forget that February is a short month. So then the pullback
Hmm.
in the market happened a little faster than I assume. I'm thinking it's gonna happen on
Hmm.
the 28th. What's today? The 26th. Yes.
6. Hmm.
Yes. It's been happening since yesterday, really. So it happened
Hmm.
early, but at the same time, the dollar looked good. Everything aligned. I like to think in reverse of what would I have changed.
Hmm.
And only thing that I would have changed about that is maybe taking profit at the top, but taking profit at the top right there defeats what
Hmm.
my plan is for the trades, and it's to swing off of those higher highs and higher lows every time, if that makes
Okay.
sense. Especially when
Hmm.
I'm looking at it from the higher time frame, because if
Hmm.
that's the flow of the market, and I've seen since 2019 when I made my first million that it can flow like
Hmm.
that, then I want to be
Hmm.
in the flow. So I kind of got to watch my spams. So even then, we would have survived. We would have survived it had it not pulled back as far as it did. Like, let me show you
Okay.
this chart. We would have survived it, but um, here it is. You see Pepe on this screen right here.
It's
I'm
coming.
thinking I got this red line right here because I'm
Oh.
anticipating it
Hmm.
being the swing into the low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, right? We already got
Hmm.
a respect and structure here, and we wrote this entire thing. We actually caught this entire thing. We wrote the entire thing. We had entries in
From
the
there.
entire thing. I didn't anticipate this because this was nothing but a small swing to me. I mean, it started out small swing, but if had I anticipated that, I would have took profit here. I would have took profit here.
Hmm.
By the time this comes here, I know the account gone. Shit, it's gone. Like full
Yeah, that's
throttle. So
way
everyone's
gone.
like, you can't always risk the entire account, but when the entire account is $50, $100, you don't have no choice
Hmm.
but to risk it, because it going to another 50 is not going to change your life. The only way it's going to change